What's good, guys, and welcome to the Learning Center here at ElementaryFX. For this episode, we will be doing Tradingview 101, and Tradingview is a free web-based charting platform where we do our analysis here at ElementaryFX before we place our trades or orders on MetaTrader 4. So if you've seen some of our analysis or other educational videos, you'll know that we do our analysis on a chart, and this is where the chart comes from, tradingview.com. For today, I just want to go through the different tools you can use so you can get used to it to analyze your different setups and potential trades. But before we go into the charts, I just want to introduce you to the homepage of tradingview.com. This is the homepage, and if you were to arrive on this page, you can see that we have the top authors of all time, of the month, of the week, or for today. And essentially what this means is that these are the people who have contributed significantly in the form of posting their analysis or different trade setups. As you can see below, we have the different types of analysis by different authors, and this is where the top ones make it to the home page. If you look to the right, you can see that we have a market summary for indices, Forex, all the way up to Bitcoin and bonds. And if you were to scroll down, you can see that we have an economic calendar, which is quite important because you want to look for potential periods where you don't want to be involved in the market because of news releases. So this is something you want to keep an eye out for before you place your orders or analyze any charts. So this is the home page of TradingView. So now let's move on to a chart. To enter a chart, you can just click on the ticker on top, and for today we'll go through the Euro USD. TradingView offers charts for almost everything. You can search for Apple stock right here, even Bank of America, and even the VIX, which is a CFD. But for today we will go through Euro USD, and if you click Forex, you can see that we have many different options because these are the different charts offered by different brokers. We have ONDA's charts, we have FXCM's charts, and we have IDC's charts. So for today, let's just look at IDC. Euro USD on this is the Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. As you can see right here, these are the different tools to the left, and but before I go through that, I just want to go through the top area right here. This is where you can search for your other charts. If you want to switch charts, you can just type in the different ticker right there. But for today, let's go through Euro USD. And if you look to the right, we have the different time frames from monthly all the way down to a minute. You can even just click it and change it here. Let's say I want to change it to 30 minutes. To the right of that, you have the different ways you can look at a chart. You have the bar chart right here. You have candles. You have hollow candles. You have Heikin-Ashi, which is used commonly during the Tokyo sessions. You have line charts and stuff like that. But here at ElementaryFX, we do our analysis using candlesticks. So let us just stick with candlesticks. To the right of that, you can see that we have the settings right here. You can change the different colors. You can change your candlesticks to different colors, the borders and the wicks of it. You can scale it left or right. You have the background colors. We prefer a white background because it's easier to look at. It's more pleasing to us to look at. You can also change the time zones. We are based in Singapore, so we are +8 GMT. That's why we picked the this time zone right here. Trading, not much to do here. Events and alerts. This is something that's good because you can set alerts when price reaches a certain area. You can also if you look here, you can see that it has a show economic events on chart. If you were to click on that, it will show you the future economic events that are happening. Let's say for right here, we have the Eurozone unemployment rate. Before that, we have real personal spending. We have ISM prices paid. So this is something that you can use if you don't want to look at other economic calendars. Let me just get rid of that. So this is the settings for the chart. If you look right of it, you can see that you can compare this symbol, the Euro USD. You can compare this pair to other pairs. You can compare it to let's say pound dollar, and it will just compare the different moves of the pound dollar to the euro dollar. So this is something we don't really use here, but it's good to know that it's available here. To the right of it, you have the indicators, and this is where you can use all the indicators, built-in indicators, and even indicators built by different contributing authors. Let's say you want to use a moving average. You want to use a 200 moving average to figure out the trend. You can just change this to 200, and you can see that price is above the moving average, therefore it's safe to say that it's in an uptrend. You can even change the color to red or black and stuff like that. If you want other indicators, you can for this chart we already have the RSI at the bottom of the chart, but let me just show you how we can look for it. You just click the RSI and it comes on. So even Bollinger Bands and stuff like that. So let's just clear this chart. This is the indicator section right here. Like I said, we have built-in indicators, and also you can use indicators that have been uploaded by different users. So let's say this is the most popular indicator with about 14,000 likes, and if you click that, you'll see that it appears on your chart. Before using indicators, I would suggest that you actually know how to use it before you trade it. So with built-in indicators, you also have the public library where users post their indicators, and you can see the popularity by the amount of likes. So this is something good you can use. This is the alerts right here. I'll show you that. I'll show you how to use that later. So this is the top of the the chart where you can control the different settings. Now to the important things, this side, the left side of the screen, these are the tools that you can use to analyze your chart. If you look at the first one, you can see that you have your cursor right here. You can change it from a cross to a dot to an arrow or a eraser, but here we prefer to use a cross because it's easier to look at. Below that, you have your different trend lines in the form of a trend line, or you have your trend line by angle, your horizontal line, which we use a lot. And one thing I want to let you guys take note of before we move on is that you'll notice that some of these tools we've favorited these tools, and this is where our favorites go. Our favorites go to the top because these are the ones that we use more often. We use the trend line, the vertical, horizontal, arrows, our fib retracement, extension. We have a rectangle. We have different icons like an up and down. We have our patterns, and we have this neat tool which I'll show you later, and also the date and price range. So let's go through each row. Let's go through each one by one. So I've gone through this. This is where you have your trend lines. Let's say you're looking for a move like this. You have an uptrend and you're looking for price to break this trend line before you go short. So this is a trend line, and that's why we favorited this also, because we like to use this to draw different lines to figure out where price could potentially head in the future. Below that, you have your different tools like the pitchfork, something we don't use here. We have the different gun boxes, square. This is the ones we use, the fib retracements and the extensions. You also have your fib time zones, your spirals and circles. But here at ElementaryFX, we will use two of that, the retracement and the extension. Below that, you have different annotation tools. You have the brush, you have the rectangles, even the triangle. We use the rectangles here because we like to point out potential zones where price might reverse. So if you've found the zone which you like, you can just use this rectangle to visualize where price might go before eventually reversing. The next one is are more annotation tools. You have the text where you can write different stuff like buy here, or more analysis like our different analysis, resistance and stuff like that. So this is a neat tool which you can use. We also favorited this mark up and mark down. So as you can see, it's favorited here. We use this to identify potential zones of rejection. And if I'll just show you an example, we can draw a line here, and we can see that price has rejected here, 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 and so basically this is how we use our arrows. You'll notice that this is a free account, so that's why we have pop-ups of advertisements. TradingView offers a paid version of this, but I don't think there's much of a difference besides the ads. So that's maybe something you can look into in the future. So this is the different annotations. Below we have the patterns. We have the XABCD, which is what we like to use when we identify patterns. Like this, we have different patterns like this, and we have the ABCD patterns, the 3-drive patterns, the head and shoulders patterns, stuff like that. And Elliott waves, if you're into that, Marco does a lot of Elliott waves analysis, so he uses this quite often. Below that we have this is a neat tool right here, guys. This is something that TradingView offers, which is very helpful to many traders. So let's say we're looking, they have a long position and a short position. So let's say you think price is going to come down here, and you're looking to buy the pair at this zone right here. You're looking to buy it up here. So you can place your long position right here, and you can measure out your risk to reward ratio. You can have your targets up here, and you can have your stops possibly below this low right here. So that shows you what are your target number of pips, and the number of pips for your stop loss. In this case, we have 155 for your target and about 122 for our stops. This gives us a risk to reward ratio of 1.27, which is obviously better than 1-to-1. So this would be a decent entry if your analysis lines up with this. So this is how you can even use it for a short position. Let's say you want to go short here. You can change your stops and your targets all the way up to the bottom. So this is a neat tool that we use quite often here. Another neat tool would be this one. It's called the date and price range. You can see that, let's say you want to measure this move right here from this swing low to this swing high. So you can use your date and price range from this swing low to this swing high, and you can see that it took about 10 days for price to rise up about 210 pips, as you can see on top of this area right here. About 10 days for 210 pips. So that's a neat tool to measure out the different moves that price has been making over a certain time frame and over a certain pair. So that's something cool that you can use in your analysis. Below that, it's just zooming in, and this is something like this measuring tool is the same as this price range, date and price range right here. I forgot to go through this right here. We have different annotation tools, different icons where you can place different icons on your charts. We don't really use much of it, so it's nothing much to go through. So these are the different tools you can use to have your analysis on a chart. And if you some of our members have been asking how we scroll up and down, because you can only scroll left and right. If you try and scroll up and down, you can't really. All you have to do is this is the price of the pair. All you have to do is click on it, left click it, and just scroll up or down, and you're free to move anywhere on your chart. And if you want to go back to the normal chart, all you have to do is reset the chart. So that's quite simple. This is what you call scaling. You can scale the chart to different sizes, and you can reset it back. At the bottom of the screen, you have your zooming out, or if you have a mouse, you can just scroll out or scroll in. So that's something you can use. I also want to go through this button right here, this addition sign. This is what you call a price alert. You can have an alert right here. If price crosses this area, be it like this, or like this, you will get the notification. So that is something that is worth looking at on our TradingView. Let me just delete that. Alright, so one more thing I want to go through will be the right click. If you right click this, it comes up with this this screen right here. You can see that we have used this to reset the chart, as in when you scale the chart and you want it to go back to normal, you can just press reset chart. You can change the symbol interval from here. You can add this to your watch list, which is basically your portfolio, where you will be monitoring the different charts and different pairs. You can insert indicators here instead of using this right here. You can compare. So basically, right clicking this would be the same as using the ones on top. Also, if you to click on a tool, let's say you have the arrow tool, you will see that this pops up right here. This is the setting tools for this individual arrow, and you can change the color to red or black or stuff like that. You can even change the width of it, the thickness, and the different you can have it dotted or perforated like this, but we just prefer to stick with our conventional blue arrow. And you can use alerts right here, or you can copy and paste it, stuff like that. You can lock it. I just locked it, so if you wanted to move it, you wouldn't be able to, and you can unlock it, and you can delete it right here. So this has been TradingView 101. Let me just see if there's anything else to go through. Yes, one more thing that I would like to go through is that this hidden tools right here, which is something we like to use quite often. I know I like to use it, but Marco doesn't like to use it. So we have our magnet tool, and what it does is that it will be magnetized and be attracted to the most obvious points. Let's say we're looking at this move right here. Now I'm not using my my magnet tool. However, if I switch it on, you can see that price will be instantly attracted to the bottom of the wick here, and price will be attracted to the top of this right here. And this is useful for using Fibonacci retracements. Let's say you wanted to have a retracement of this swing low to this swing high. You could be very exact with your analysis using this magnet tool. So we have our swing low to swing high right here, and you can see that price is at the exact top and the bottom of the wicks. And as you can see in this analysis, price has come down to 382 and rejected it. So this is something that you can use in your analysis. But I would have to say it's quite annoying when you have your risk to reward out, because if you move it right or left, let me just show it to you. If you move it right or left, you can see that price is attracted to all these different wicks by itself. So it's something you want to consider turning off before you use this tool right here. The next one is stay in drawing mode, and what that means is that now that I'm not in drawing mode, you can see that if I were to use this, if I drew an arrow right here, if I draw an arrow right here, I wouldn't be able to draw another arrow. However, if I stayed in drawing mode, I'll draw an arrow right here. If I click it again, I can draw another arrow and another arrow. So that means that I am able to draw without clicking the arrow tool all the time. So this is something important that we use, which you can use in your analysis. If you want to have a look at the different tools that we favorited, you can just see here we have our trend line. This is for you to possibly, if you want to replicate our analysis, you can use the different tools that we favorited, the ones that we use more often in your analysis. We have the trend line, which is this one. We have vertical lines. We have this horizontal line to mark out potential resistance or support right here. We have arrows, and like I said, fib retracements and fib extensions. We also have this rectangle right here to mark out potential zones. We have our mark ups and downs to show potential areas where price has rejected previously before. We also have our patterns, and we also have our long and short positions for our risk to reward. And lastly, we have our price ranges. So these are the different tools that we use to analyze our trades, and more importantly, we look at this view right here to do our analysis. So this has been the learning center. We have gone through TradingView 101. I hope you guys have learned something, and really TradingView is very simple to use if you get the hang of it. It would be good if you could also use TradingView, because we post our analysis on here once in a while. Also, one more thing, if you wanted to share your analysis, if you wanted to share your analysis with us on our Telegram group, all you have to do is click it here, click this camera button. It comes, the URL will appear. You can either copy the link and paste it to our Telegram chat, or you can save the image into your hard drive or your computer. So this is how you save your image or share it. If you look to your right, you can share it to Twitter. It shows you the account. This TradingView account is linked to ElementaryFX, so this is where we share our chart sometimes. And if you want to publish your idea, like I said, this is where, like I said at the start, we have different authors who post their analysis, you can post your analysis right here on TradingView as a contributing author. All you have to do is click this publish idea, and in the case of this, we have Euro USD. Let's say we have a potential short opportunity, and you can give your reasoning here, and you can say that's short, and it will appear on the pair, and many people will look at analysis and possibly give you some feedback. So I think I've covered most of it. There's nothing much here besides the chat room right here, personal messages right here, your alerts and notifications. As you can see, these are some of our ideas that we've posted, and some of the traders here have liked it. So that's a good tool you can use to publish your ideas, to share it with other traders. Alright, this has been TradingView 101. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.